Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and love, peace, and happiness to you all. So, I have recently seen the news that say that Sony PlayStation has declared that they don't care about their fans and clients, and they're going to stick with their plan to abandon discs, the use of discs. And with this said, I think that it's easy to see that they really don't care. I mean, perhaps because they know that we've supported them for decades, they think that they are unstoppable. But then, we all know that people change in response to change, and that's just the way it is. So no one would reasonably expect others to respect them if they don't respect others. That's just the way it is. And because of this, I would say that because Sony doesn't care about us, then we shouldn't care about them too. Of course, I'm not saying that you shouldn't buy anything from them, especially if there's anything that you really like. But what I'm saying is, if this is how they treat their customers and clients, then it only tells us that they don't even think about what it means to really serve customers. Because you see, I'm not a graduate of marketing, but I do understand that your profit and your business completely depend on the needs or wants of your customers or clients. And it seems to me that Sony isn't even thinking about that. Or perhaps they're thinking about that, but for whatever reason they're choosing to ignore it. I don't know why. And nevertheless, even though it really is a serious issue, especially for those who have been lifelong fans of the PlayStation series, I would say that there are, ways to enjoy games and simply have fun without having to buy whatever it is that they release and they are going to release in the future. As for me and my brain, because I'm only interested in old Tekken games, I'm not really concerned about whatever it is that they want to do. But, of course, because I care about my fellow gamers and fellow human beings in general, I just find it appalling and absurd that they would go as far as to say that they've heard us, but they don't care. So it's like saying, we don't care about you, we don't care about what you want, and we're just gonna be, making profits. But how the hell would anyone, make any profit or earn any interests out of business if their clients or customers sensed that they really didn't care, and like they were not offering what the customers wanted. I don't know, maybe I'm stupid. I probably am just stupid, but that's how I see it. I've always been a great fan of the PlayStation console, but right now I don't care anymore. And I'm not saying that. This is not to say that the PlayStation consoles are inherently better than PlayStation consoles, but I would say that because I'm a Tekken player, a scrub Tekken player, a noob. I've always been a fan of the PlayStation because, well, they've been offering Tekken games, been playing Tekken games since PlayStation 1. But then, right now, as I see it, since, PlayStation consoles have problems when it comes to backwards compatibility, and you probably know it because you probably know that the Tekken 5 DR and the Tekken 6 games that are available in the PlayStation Store are just the PSP versions. And in my view, that's somewhat disappointing, but I don't know. Maybe they really can't do it. But, of course, it would be nice if they could give us something more. But they've already said it, they don't care, so what else would we expect? I'm just glad that I still have this PS2. And I can, since I still have this PS2, I still can play this favorite Tekken game of mine, Tekken Tag 1. Now, if you are someone who's been watching my videos, you probably know that I have an Xbox One, which somewhat contradicts the claim that I've always been a fan of the Sony PlayStation consoles. But the reason why I have that Xbox One S is because it has backwards compatibility, and so it allows me to play Tekken Tag 2. And that's the only reason why I have an Xbox One S. So that's the only reason why I bought an Xbox One S in the first place. Without Tekken Tag 2, and by extension, Tekken Tag 6, I would never have bought an Xbox One S, and would probably have bought a PS3. But, as you know very well, the PS3 is infamous for thermal issues, which I don't think the Xbox One S suffers from. Jesus Christ. But I don't think we should worry about whatever the hell Sony does about the PlayStation 5 and the future PlayStation 6, because we could simply not buy. We could simply not buy and just enjoy whatever games we have in our library. And emulation is the thing, so let's just emulate games. By the way, shout out to, the developers of the different kinds of emulators that we have today. Thank you for all of your hard work and support. Because of you, many of us, most of us, if not all of us, can still play the games that we love. Alright, I'm lucky to have one with the perfect health bar. Alright, now we're fighting the cheapest boss of all, in my opinion. Damn, I really miss the PS1 and the PS2 eras. No patches. No season passes, no DLCs. And I know I'm not the only one who holds this sentiment and view. Alright, we've beaten the asshole.